Hello friends, this is Akash Misar here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. We are moving with manufacturing. This is 37th lecture, and in that also we are moving with advanced manufacturing processes. We have completed up till now ultrasonic machining, electric discharge machining, after that wire cut EDM, after that electrochemical electrochemical machining, and now we are moving with electrochemical grinding. Okay, in previous lecture we have studied electro discharge grinding, now it is electrochemical grinding. So in this we have I have drawn here figure. The positive supply will be given to workpiece, negative supply will be given to grinding wheel. The workpiece will be fixed with the help of fixture, okay, and the with the help of filter, the electrolyte will pass through this nozzle to this area. Here is the grinding wheel. The grinding wheel will be given negative supply. Here is the insulation, because this grinding wheel will be fixed here with the base, okay, and as we have given supply here, that's why the insulation is there, so that the current will not flow out from this. Okay, this is all the basic figure and how the operation will happen in this case. The okay, yes, so in this case what will happen, the electrochemical oxidation will happen because of this electrolyte here and the negative supply and positive supply. The electrochemical reaction will happen, and that electrochemical oxidation, that oxide film will be developed. That is nothing but our in normal case we can see the corrosive film on the iron pieces. Okay, likewise here that oxide film will be developed, and that film will be smoothly going to remove because of this grinding wheel. Okay, so ultimately we don't need to apply too much pressure with the help of grinding wheel, only remove that oxide film. This is the main function of grinding wheel. Okay, other function will be doing with the help of power supply and electrolyte. Okay, and in this case that's why the electrochemical effect is considered as 90%. Okay, the electrochemical effect is considered as 90%, and our conventional grinding is considered as only 10%. Okay, this is the basic difference. That is nothing but 90% action will be taken with the help of this power supply and electrolyte, and only 10% action we have to do, 10% of operation we have to do. That is nothing but conventional grinding by with the help of grinding wheel. That is nothing but only remove that oxide film. Okay, this is the basics of electrochemical grinding. Now we will move towards the parameters like material removal rate and etc. As here is oxide film will develop, and after that we have to remove that oxide film. That's why the MRR is low. Okay, MRR is low. Then next parameter is only conducting workpieces. Okay, here as we have to give supply, so only conducting workpieces can we can machine. Okay, this is one disadvantage. Then next is lower heat is produced. Heat here, as there is no directly rubbing of grinding wheel on workpiece, so heat production is also low, and this is plus point or advantage. Okay, then next is life of grinding wheel is more. In this case, as again the grinding wheel is not going to contact with workpiece directly, and don't need to apply too much pressure, so ultimately what happens, the life of grinding wheel also increases. Okay, these are some points about the electrochemical grinding. Note down these all points and draw this figure also. I am removing it because I have to move towards our next topic for today's lecture, and next topic is nothing but water jet machining. Okay, water jet machining. In case of water jet machining, one very high velocity water jet will come, and because of that high velocity water jet, the material removal will be take place. This is nothing but water jet machining, and that the mechanism of that water jet machining is nothing but erosion. With the help of erosion, the cutting action will happen, and how that action will happen, for example, if this is nozzle, from this nozzle the water will flow, which will be having very high velocity. This will be the water jet, and this is workpiece here. So ultimately this water will come out likewise. Okay, and this is workpiece, and because of that high velocity water, ultimately with the water some workpiece elements or some workpiece atoms will be distributed, and because of that the cutting action will happen, and the main mechanism of behind this water jet machining, that is nothing but erosion. Because of high velocity water jet, erosion of atoms will takes place, and ultimately that atoms will be broken from main workpiece, and that will be removed from that place. This is very basic process. Okay, so only I have explained in very small unit of time. If you need very brief explanation, brief all the details, then yes, you can comment me and I will come up with, but later on, firstly I have to complete all the GATE syllabus. So now we are moving towards our bonus point for today's lecture. So today's lecture bonus points are again regarding to water jet machining. Okay, water jet machining, in that case the pressure of water that ranges from 15002 to 4000 MPa. MPa means megapascal, that is Newton per mm square. Okay, 15002 to 4000 MPa, megapascal. This is too much high pressure, because 1 bar is 0.1 MPa, and 1 bar is we can say very common pressure at the atmospheric level we feels. Okay, but 15002 to 4000 MPa, it is too much higher pressure which required for water jet machining. Then convenient for soft and rubber like material. This water jet machining is only convenient for soft materials and rubber like materials, not for hard materials and etc. Okay, so this is one kind of disadvantage of water jet machining. So I have completed with water jet machining and electrochemical grinding today, and in next lecture I will come up with abrasive jet machining. So if you are enjoying my sessions, then please like, share and subscribe, and we will meet again. Thank you friends.